And we are live. So welcome to like the 70-somethingth live stream, your 73rd weekly live stream. I was out last week and I'm happy to be back here and showing you some incredible traditional guitars here today. All quite different from one another, to be honest. And I think that's going to make for a very interesting stream. So, as always, if you're tuning in here live, please say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Maybe you can let me know what guitar you're most interested in seeing and hearing about. And if you're watching this after the fact, please keep in mind you can always use timestamps to find the part of the video that you're interested in seeing. You know, whether usually the timestamps show individual guitars. So like whenever I go to the Perry or to the Vailati guitar, you'll be able to select that moment in the video if you're watching afterwards. If you're here live, there is no skipping. So, hi, what's up, Ivan? Good to see you. Hello. Awesome that you're in Singapore watching. Gosh, it's, what is it? Must be 11 p.m. in Singapore, or maybe a little bit later, like midnight. I saw, let's see, Ivan, you had this Tobias Berg guitar in recently, right? Or maybe it's one of your own? Really beautiful instruments from this guy. Brian T, good morning. Hello, Brian. Good to see you from Round Rock. I know what you're playing on. Good to see you, Brian. Good morning. I hope everyone had a good 4th of July that's here in, that's tuning in from the U.S., this year on 4th of July, it was my first year ever that I was not looking forward to the fireworks because our little baby girl was sleeping. And we were like, you know, watching the baby monitor, fireworks going off, but we did okay. She did fine. We went out on the lake nearby here in Austin. You know, there's water in Austin, Texas is actually easy to find compared to most of this deserty state. But we have Lake Travis here in Austin, and the Colorado River runs through our city, and it's really quite nice, honestly. And Lake Travis is beautiful. We go out there about once a year. Well, let me tell you a little preview about the guitars that I'm going to be showing you here today. And I'm anxiously filing my nails here because actually I slipped and fell yesterday on gravel. I was like trying to... these kids were playing a game of soccer and I was walking with my wife and they kicked the ball and it was headed towards a pond. And so I tried to stop it with my foot by running forward, but I slipped and landed on my hands too, which fortunately are okay, but I'm fine from it all, but it, you know, it messes up the nails. Hello from Finland. Awesome. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I have to tell you all, I have been so busy the past, I want to say like week and a half, that the amount of guitar I have played in the past week and a half has been extremely low, depressingly low amount of guitar. Mostly emails and packing and shipping and handling some tricky situations. But honestly, it makes it all the more exciting when I have a moment like this to stay focused with you all and play some guitar and just really it's actually good to have some time away from the instrument because your ears kind of get cleansed by not hearing it every single day and you get some fresh perspective. So it's pretty neat. Awesome. Yeah, Dalton, I'm so glad that you're looking forward to hearing some of the great guitars. Hello from Birmingham, Alabama, a Tellus Orbit. Awesome. I own a CG 192 CG. Awesome. Hey, right on. Yeah, you guys can let me know what you're playing on. That's really neat. Oh, this is funny. Is it? Oh, it should. Okay, it is doing the dual stream. All right. Who here is watching on a vertical video? You'll have to let me know. But, well, let me briefly tell you about each of the guitars that I'm going to be showing you today. Fun fact, they're all traditional guitars, but each one of these guitars has a different number of fan braces. So that's quite interesting, right? Kind of an interesting subject. It doesn't matter that much, to be honest. You know, it's so much more important how the luthier what material is they use for those braces and how tall they are and the shape of them. But it's interesting to hear that each of them are different numbers of braces. Starting out with this Jose Rubio, or actually from this time is this Cambridge area. He's David Rubio here. And this guitar, of course, David Rubio's guitars, or Jose Rubio, is known for making some really incredible guitars for Julian Bream. A whole number of them in the 60s when he was living in New York City. Julian Bream was looking to replace his really precious 1962 Robert Boucher guitar, of course, the very famous French maker, and his favorite Boucher ever got stolen from his car, and this left a hole in his heart, I suppose, because he felt that guitar was irreplaceable. In fact, Robert Boucher built him several other instruments, but he felt that none of them could really replace that one that was unfortunately stolen. And he was kind of looking towards other instruments, and he stumbled upon the guitars of Jose Rubio. Now, if you're confused why I keep on saying David Rubio and Jose Rubio, it's actually kind of a funny story. Jose Rubio, neither of these names are his name. Like, his first or last name is not Jose or Rubio. So his first name is David, and his last name I think is like Spinks. I have to look that up. You guys can correct me if you know. I believe it's David Spinks was his original name. No one calls him that. He was a guitar player before becoming a luthier, and he also studied flamenco guitar in Spain. And now people gave him, apparently, he was given this name, Jose Rubio. Rubio coming from red hair, but he doesn't have red hair, so it's all kind of confusing. But anyways, Jose Rubio, David Rubio, this is what you'll hear people calling these guitars. This one is from the year 1984, and it has a spruce top, although it's, of course, aged really beautifully over time. This is a particularly interesting guitar because it has no cracks. It's in really nice condition. Also has an incredible smell to it, and a very low action, which is something important to me, especially when considering these older guitars as an option. If it's hard to play with a high action that's just not adjustable, it's a no-go for me, honestly. And this is a very nice low action. Beautiful Brazilian rosewood bridge, Indian rosewood back and sides. And underneath the top is a 6-fan bracing design. Up at the headstock, you'll see this classic Rubio shape, this head design, and then very old Rogers tuners here, which just have patinaed so beautifully with these nice kidney buttons. Super cool. What's up, y'all? Okay, I see DSW ready to start the day with your playing, and cool. Hey, everybody. All right, what's up? Schlafenzumen. Hello. Well, okay, let's get into the sound of this guitar, and I think I'm going to present each one of these individually, not do the brief overview, but let's start with this Jose Rubio. I mean, the first thing I notice is just how wide open these basses are. And you know what? I always use this term open. I'm never really sure if that is the perfect way to describe it. They are very, you know what? Very loose sounding too, in a very appealing way. They're very flexible. It's very malleable of a sound, and it's very well separated. And just taking a moment to think about these basses. The sustain is just incredible. It's something special. I mean, every one of the notes, right? So I'm playing E, B, F sharp. the notes last so long. So just starting with the basses, it's an incredible sign. Now, sticking with this E minor sound. You have a very angelic sound here with the trebles. And being completely honest with you, this reminds me so much of a great Boucher. In the way that the notes are open. And how quickly the instrument speaks. Wow, maybe we should try some more music on this guitar. What do you guys think? Maybe drop D. Listen to those first three notes just ring. I can describe the sound of this guitar as just angelic. It's so, and it's so gentle and relaxed and just melancholy in this really beautiful way. You know what I love is, when I do this, no matter how hard I pluck, it's kind of like it's forgiving me every time. There's no brightness in the plucks. Isn't that nice? It's very loose and relaxed sounding. Now, I was talking a little bit about bracing. This one is a 6-fan brace design. And I have to wonder if that's what's giving it this beautiful voice. right? Now, I've waited until this point in the live stream to mention to you that this guitar is 660 millimeter scale. It's something that I even forgot when introducing this guitar, even though I was thinking about it intently. But yes, this is a longer scale length, and it's not something I notice as I play, honestly. And it feels very, very comfortable. And also, it kind of reminds me of this kind of unfortunate reality that could be true, is that these longer scale length guitars do tend to have a certain characteristic to the sound. Like, I don't want to say they're not always louder, but in some ways they carry some sort of power or some sort of feeling to the sound that makes it very exciting. And I have to tell you, it's particularly exciting with this guitar because of this feeling that I was describing to you about it being very loose. Which, sometimes you think the longer the scale length, the more tight the guitar feels. People often say with 640 scale guitars, you use higher tension strings to balance out that loose feeling. This guitar has normal tension strings, D'Addario EJ45, no carbon. And it feels loose. It's 660 scale, and I believe a 52 millimeter nut width. In fact, let me check on that right now because I've definitely written that down. Actually, you will be able to see in the video details here the link to this guitar. I know I put it correctly there. Yes, it's 52 millimeters. And so the interesting thing about this guitar is that it's 660 millimeter scale, right? Longer scaling, but a normal 52 millimeter nut width. So you're not feeling that it's big both ways. It's just very, very comfortable. You will have to let me know what you think about this guitar. I'm curious to read some comments. I see some popping up here. Just what a work of art. I mean, look at some of this stuff. Look at these beautiful old Rogers tuners. Isn't that nice? This head design. So beautiful. The rosette. This incredible spruce top. It's just in excellent condition. So if you are curious, there's a link in the description where you can read more about it. The price is public, all of that stuff. So you'll be able to see. Oh, cool, Ivan. Yeah, oh, thanks so much. It's cool to hear that Berg is yours. Hello, Don from LA. Suler says hi. Love the velvety sound and the balance of the basses with trebles. DSW. Oh my gosh. Yes, exactly. The balance of the basses. These basses have this really a larger than life feeling. Actually, it's kind of easy to drown out the trebles with the basses just because of how loose and relaxed you can be on the basses. But once you get to know the trebles, you will not drown them out. I mean, they project in their own right really great. Listen how even that is from here. For those of you that are like me and love a really beautifully open first string, this is the perfect guitar. What a beautiful guitar. It's one of those ones that I don't want to put down. I want to keep on playing it, but I've got two other super special, much more modern guitars as far as when they were built. But I hope you've enjoyed this 1984 Rubio. If you have questions about it, you can always leave a comment here and I will let you know more about it. But I'm going to go ahead and set it aside. Read your comments. The longer scale length makes the rasguados easier in flamenco. Okay, or at least that's what I've noticed on mine. That 660 Spanish rep still sounds great on that. Yeah, Dalton, so glad you're enjoying that too. And yeah, it feels very, very nice to play. You know, it's always a subject of discussion, but scale length really is not everything. What is the next guitar? Okay, Perry is next, which is out of order a little bit. Let me make sure it's in tune, and then I'll start telling you about it. But hello, if you're just tuning in, please say hello. If you haven't said hello yet, let me know that you're here and what you're looking forward to hearing, or what you thought about that Rubio. Okay, next up here we have this Daryl Perry. Now Daryl Perry's a Canadian luthier that is just so well known for his traditional guitars. Many people refer to them as some of the best traditional guitars on the planet. Also, his craftsmanship is just top notch. This is a fairly recent guitar. In fact, I think it's the most recent Perry I've ever had in my shop. This one is from the year 2023. It's in beautiful condition. I've actually recorded already a full video on it, which I think you can see if you click the link in the description of this and you go to the website. This guitar is not public on the website yet, but it will go live tomorrow. And now I'm remembering. I've already scheduled that video, so you won't be able to watch it until tomorrow morning. But tomorrow morning, a video goes live on this guitar, so you guys are getting the first look at it here. Daryl Perry's guitars, at least the ones I've had experience with, always have this characteristic of being incredibly loud for a traditional guitar and incredibly colorful and well balanced. And the sensation that you get when playing these is that you're playing a very modern guitar, even though this has a 7-fan bracing design. Nothing fancy under the hood here as far as like lattice bracing or anything like this. So yes, this one's made in the year 2023. It is his 252nd guitar. And something interesting about this one, and maybe some of you will gasp in horror, but there are strap buttons installed on it. And it's done very, very well. They're small. They don't interfere with anything. When you rest on your leg doesn't touch here, at least I think for most positions. You'd have to sit in a very strange way in order for it to touch your leg. And even if it does, you don't feel anything from it. But this came from a player who really wanted to be able to stand and play, and I don't blame them. It is really nice to stand up and play, and while I may not install strap buttons on my own guitar, to be honest, when they're installed in a guitar, I'm kind of happy about it because I'm like, oh, I get to stand up and play, and I've done that a couple of times with this guitar. Unfortunately, I won't in this video as I'll be out of frame, and I gotta find my strap too. But it's something that can be removed. You could just unscrew these. You could have a luthier fill it. It's not a big deal. It's something that's very, very simple. But just listen to that sound. This one is a spruce top, a beautiful rosette. Simple. Again, it's very understated. You're not going to look at this guitar. It's not adorned with a bunch of diamonds and flashy bindings and stuff. It's very simple. Indian rosewood back and sides. But you play the guitar. so impressive, honestly. So this guitar, while the Rubio and this are both traditional instruments, this one, as you can tell, is much louder than the Rubio. Now, no one's like buying a Rubio guitar in order to be the loudest guitarist in the room, or probably even play big concerts on it. It's a very intimate instrument. But this Perry would hold its own against the double tops and lattice brace guitars out there. I mean, I could play so loud that I'm worried about the microphones peaking, which is just really a great feat for a traditional guitar to have. But let's not dwell too much on the volume. Let's play it a little bit more, explore these colors. Very colorful. Isn't that nice? It's such an exciting guitar to play. The notes just explode out of it. I mean, this... Wow. Listen how sensitive and responsive this guitar is. Sorry, it's a little bit out of tune now. Tuned the third string too sharp. That's better. Nice. Oh my gosh. This guitar also, you know what? Also features a V-joint here. The joining of the neck and the head. You probably can't see. It's just not quite bright enough. We have Pagos tuning machines. Very smooth, Italian-made tuning machines. Sorry, I haven't played that second half in a long time, but oh yeah, it goes like, it's something like that. Yeah, something like this, but you know, then it's back to the beginning. It's a guitar that's very much impressing me. There's more and more to explore every time that I pick this guitar up. More pieces that I think will sound amazing on it. I mean, well, very, very impressive guitar. And you know what? I gotta say, I'm a big fan of a guitar like this that's very understated. There's nothing like fancy Brazilian rosewood, super crazy looking rosette or tie block. None of the crazy features, but just all of the things that make you want to just keep on playing guitar. And don't get me wrong, I love a great piece of Brazilian rosewood or super fancy Rogers tuners and stuff, but something's particularly appealing to me about it just being all about the sound and playability. I mean, it's also extremely easy to play. I think the neck is a little wider on this one, maybe 52.5. In fact, let me check. I'm checking what I said about this guitar. I'm dealing with a lot of guitars, but I'm just taking a wild stab at it here. 52. Okay, it's a standard 52 millimeters. Maybe it's a little wider string spacing. Fantastic projection from that one, Dalton says. Hello from Germany. What's up? Good to see you. Oh, Brian, so glad you're still loving the Nannoni. Let's try some drop D. I feel like this guitar is a monster. Just a phenomenal guitar. So easy to play on, so easy to make music. You don't feel weaknesses in sustain anywhere. Wow. Incredible guitar. I'm going to set down this Daryl Perry, but it's from 2023. Amazing Canadian luthier. You don't see these up for sale very often. If you are curious about it, check it out via the link in the description. This video goes live tomorrow on this guitar, and well, I would love for one of you all to get it that are watching this live stream, but it's so special to have this one around. Okay, if you do have questions, now is a good time to write them, because I'm about to show you the last guitar of today, although I will, of course, spend a good amount of time on it. Someone asks, what's the difference between the Simplicio model of Daryl Perry and this one? You know what, the Daryl Perry Simplicio guitar that I had, you can search that on the website, that one, it's very much guided towards that really old world Spanish sound. Honestly, this one sounds much more Hauser influence. It sounds a lot, has a lot more volume, but not as much as that super old world Spanish character. Visually, they're very, very different, of course. But honestly, they're both such compelling instruments that I feel similar characteristics about. I would have to have them in the same room to be able to tell you exactly how I feel between them. But great question. Well, now I'm excited to show you this super great Italian guitar by the luthier Angelo Vailati. This one is from the year 2019, and it has had some wonderful time to warm up and break in. It has just one of my favorite rosettes I've seen as of recent. I'm going to just give you all a second to look at that. Can you see how beautifully complex this rosette is? And simple in the same way, right? There's nothing too flashy about it, but I just love this rosette. This guitar has a 5 fan bracing underneath the top. It's very lightweight, and it's the very first guitar I've played by Vailati. A very appealing headstock design here. Some Torres inspiration. There's some sharp edges here that I quite like. And a very simple Indian rosewood back and sides. A very beautiful set of Indian rosewood, but simple. With little flamed maple bindings here. Quite nice. And the label says 2019, Angelo Vailati. And I have to admit, the neck on this guitar is just perfect for me. At least in my opinion, it's C-shaped, very low action. There is a magical nature to this guitar that is very hard to describe. But I'm going to try to capture it here by playing this chord over and over again so you can hear what I mean. This guitar seems to have it all. It has this character of sweetness and warmth. Like you're playing a very old Simplicio or something. it just turns on a dime. Like, that was too loud. It turns into a monster when you want it, but otherwise, it stays a very elegant guitar, which is so appealing, right? Because in the classical guitar repertoire, we play things like this, right? One piece might be a very emotional testament to Emilio. And in the next moment, you might want to play Scarlatti. And you know, as someone who's looking for a guitar that combines all of these abilities, right? One that plays beautiful, sensitive melodies well, slow, sensitive melodies, as well as guitars that have the ability to punch and stand out and be clear. That it's also very comfortable. It's very hard to top this guitar in that category because it has this ability to be sensitive, like I was showing you here. But also you play a similar passage. It can handle both of those types of playing, right? By the way, all three guitars I've shown you here today have all nylon strings on them. Not going to play the entire Chaconne. But I just wanted to demonstrate just how diverse and incredible this Vailati guitar is. Now 7 years old and in pristine condition. I mean, I don't find a mark on this guitar, and has this beautiful top, little subtle bearclaw patterns in it, and such perfect condition and such a beautiful, well-rounded guitar. So, well, it is past the 45-minute mark for me, and I've got a busy day ahead. But gosh, is it fun to show guitars to you all and have a moment to hear you all's thoughts and hear what you're doing these days. I mean, it means so much that you're tuned in watching. And please, if you haven't said hello already in the live stream, please say hello. And if you're watching this after the fact, let me know that you watched. It helps encourage me to do more of these, because believe it or not, it does take some time to set up. I have to get the guitars out, ready to go, get the stream going, clean up the room so it's not an absolute pigsty in here. But thank you so much for watching. And if you're curious about any of these guitars, please reach out. I would love to chat about either one of these or one that might fit you even better. I have so many great new arrivals right now that are out nowhere. So thank you for watching, and thanks so much for the nice comments coming in here, y'all. Oh, if you like the video, that actually really helps because it allows these videos to be seen more in future live streams. At least that's my theory. But just reading a few last comments here. Thanks you so much, Embray Guitars, that you love those instruments. Great to hear you in these guitars. Thanks, Dalton. DSRW, thank you so much. Your number one's the Velvety Rubio. Nice. All right. Other people, seems like the Perry and Vailati was their favorites. That's what this is all about. It's so cool how different each guitar is and everyone's preferences. So, all right. Have a good rest of your day, you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.